Make sure. Alright, guys, I think we're live here. Let me just turn off my Twitch feed so we're not getting massive reverberation there. Alright, so welcome to the HB official live stream. This is the Q&A, and today's guest is Paul. How you doing, Paul?
Pretty good, Keith. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hopefully everybody out there in chat is doing well. We are in honor of the Open Championship here, we are at Royal Balwearie, the Open Championship course. This is the Thursday edition, done by Biggins. Excellent course. I don't know if I've played this version of it, but I know I played one of the rounds there. So
yeah, I haven't had a chance to hit this yet, but I saw the screenshots on the forums. It looks fantastic there. So
yeah, definitely. All right. And Jim says, and what a course. So we thought we would, in honor of the championship starting tomorrow, I've been watching all the extra little coverage. They had a little like a 4-hole sort of with the champions. Each champion had a team, so I mean it was awesome to see Arnold Palmer and Gary Player and some of the guys. I mean, they talked to Arnold Palmer and he was getting really emotional actually after it was over. You know, you kind of wonder, I mean, is he going to be back to St. Andrews? You know?
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's a crazy place. Like, I mean, it's a nice place. Just, you know, when I was there 4 or 5 years ago, it's just, you know, just an aura around the whole town, right? So,
yeah, I have never been able to make it there, but I'm hoping someday.
I was there for a day to visiting my brother was in London, and I took a train up for a day, so it was pretty spectacular just to see all the sights in person and walk along the course. So.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Jim says that was good. They should have given old Arnie a buggy. I thought he was going to keel over. Arnie toughed it out. That was good. Some of the older guys too. Who was it? Peter Thompson, I think. I mean, he's 85.
Oh, jeez,
and
yeah.
He won like 5 Open Championships. All right, so let's fire away here. I think we got turn base all set, so I'm gonna hit my shot there.
Put mine down the center of the course. So.
And then we'll get started with some questions. T Course, he said, this is a great course. Played it the other day. It kicked my butt hard. Yeah, it is. It is a good test right here. Roy says, wow, yeah, the Thursday edition of the course is a monster. Of course, his number 6, I remember, was evil. Members versus more speed. So, all right, so, of course, the inevitable question for the chat is, who's going to win the Open Championship this year? Everybody certainly has to have a guess on that.
Like, I'm pulling for Dustin Johnson. I think he's going to atone for the U.S. Open this year.
He's had a number of near misses.
Yeah. He's got, you know, the father-in-law in his corner. Gotta cheer for him being up here, of course. So.
True.
Yeah.
I've got a Spieth and a Tiger playoff guess, a Stenson guess. That's a good guess. Stenson's a good ball striker there.
Speaking of which, I just put mine well over the green. Also, Graham DeLatte, Canadian guy from Saskatchewan, got a pull for him.
Yep.
Although he did have an issue with his the airlines lost his clubs.
Did you see that picture of it? It was like
no, I didn't see the picture. If they arrived or
yeah, they arrived, but they were covered in the protein powder. I guess it must have been in his bag. The bag looked like it was covered in dust. It looked like the clubs were about 100 years old.
Oh Jesus! Well, that's better to have them. I guess you could wash those off. But.
Yeah, I'm sure they got them. They got them cleaned up nice. But when I saw it, I thought it was like, what the heck were these things dragged through the dirt and all this stuff? And then it came up on the Twitter feed that it was like the protein powder must have broken or something.
I don't know if my turn order is enabled. I just saw your.
I see.
Go by.
I see. I have you as turn ordered.
It says enabled.
Right. Roy says he'll go with Louis Oosthuizen. All right, so I've got a question here from Callie. He started off the questions in the forums with the increasing number of brushes, has there been a decision made as to how they're going to be displayed moving forward, and has work started on that yet?
Yeah, I'm definitely. I think we're going to go with sort of a page system that'll show 15 or 25. brushes at a time, and then lets you sort of scroll through the pages. I'm guessing. I haven't figured out what the end. Haven't figured out what the end result's going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
But whether it'll just be sort of where the carousel is, but bigger, or if it's going to move to the center of the page or something like that. Works. I briefly started working on it a little bit the other day until I did have to get sidetracked with a few other tasks that we're working on, and just trying to finish off the alternate surface stuff. There was some issues with the shader that I'm waiting on, so it's I'm hoping tomorrow I can sort of get back onto that and clean things up and start getting something that works in there, and then we can figure out how it's going to look and where it's going to go. So
cool. I was just letting that play there. I mean, look at the retaining wall work done on this second hole.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, the amount of effort he put into this is clearly visible. In fact, I'm gonna try and take it right down there by that bridge down there. Hope it works. So you mentioned some surfaces. Is there any info on? Is that in what you were maybe the mulch and things? Is that something that?
Yeah, that's been the sort of the fight to get the shader to work with that, and not slow things down too much and all that jazz. We need to be careful that it doesn't affect the consoles too badly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think tomorrow I'm going to try to fire up the latest version on the PS4 and the Xbox to make sure everything is good.
Okay.
But yeah, that's. Oh, I didn't even check my yardage. It might be. No, should be good.
Oh, okay.
In the first cut, but.
Not too bad.
I was going right at the creek there.
I saw that. T Corsias, would the pages be for the console as well?
Yep. The next update that we have planned, I want to get that I want that in there for consoles and Steam and everything. So, everything we do in the course creator, the goal is to keep it on, the same across consoles and the PC. So,
do you have any info on how that might work with the how would you pull up just going back to the multiple pages?
You'd enter it the same way you would the brush tool, any of the brush tools now.
Okay.
When you start the tool, it'll pop up, and where you would toggle around with the bumpers. Rather than that, you'd probably be locked in on the page and have to select your brush before you can move around. Okay. So that would free you use the D-pad or the analog stick, or just sort of navigate, and then the bumpers to toggle between pages. So
cool.
Yeah, I think it's if you've played any Mod Nation Racer or I just half chipped something. Mod Nation Racer, Little Big Planet, they all sort of have something similar.
Okay.
So.
Biggin said, "Merry Christmas, everybody. What did I miss?" And this course looks familiar. Yep. Some little track we found as we were searching around, and figured we'd give it a play. 37 down a foot. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I still don't have the turn order going. I don't know.
Could be sometimes that in the main settings, is it turn order? Oh, nice putt.
Thank you. Yeah.
Turn order might be on by default, and then changing it up in the top in the pause menu may have changed. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It says turn order enabled right now. I'll just play it slow.
All right. So we're going to 3. What's up, Colin Mafia? He's here. It seems like a nice method. It's almost a shame not to watch all the previews, so I'll give a little bit of a preview on the hole here. Get a decent view. Like we said, it's just a sweet-looking course here. All right, so The whole key is avoiding all these bunkers here. Alright. Should be pretty good. What's up, golfer dude? Thanks for joining. Uh-oh. I might be finding a bunker here. Oh. Ugh, down into the rough. Alright. Not too bad, though.
Oh, I think I did find a bunker.
Oh, yeah, we're heading there. What's up, TGCT Live? Thanks for joining. The golfer dude says Open Championship Eve. This is awesome. Yep, starts at 4 a.m. here on the East Coast, so I will be up early tomorrow. 11 hours of coverage. It does not get any better. Gotta love that. Alright, see if I can pitch this close here. Oh, it's going to roll away. No. Okay. What's up, Fusion? What have you missed? Just a couple of holes here. We talked about the brushes and how Paul's implementing a system of more like pages instead of having to scroll through everything by one. Oh, go in. Oh, nice. Slow down. Oh,
yeah, no, that's
that one got away. Yeah.
not a forgiving mess.
No. Settler Contessa, one disadvantage of living on the West Coast is a 1 a.m. wake-up call. Yep, just pull an all-nighter. Play TGC all night until 1 and then watch the Open Championship. To Fusion and some of the guys who joined late, we did ask who's your pick.
Oh,
so
come on. Ow.
Oh, nice chip. So anybody who's just joined after we mentioned that, post your picks in there. We're always curious to see who you got. For me, I would love to see Spieth win and continue on. I mean, that PGA Championship would just be crazy if he's going for the Grand Slam. That would be insane. Alright, 26 up a foot, though. It's a tough putt. Nope. Couldn't hit it hard enough.
Oh.
That is still me. Fusion asked in the forums, can we have more than 3 firmness settings so that it works the same way as the green speed slider?
Yeah, I think that's kind of on the radar. It should be something quick to get in the next couple weeks. We did. I just need to run it through Adam just to make sure we're not going to break anything by grabbing a value in the middle. On that, they're all kind of well balanced for what they are, but I'm fairly sure with doing very little research into it myself. I'm not really the physics side of things, but if value works for 1 and 2, then 1.5 should be okay. But that's it's definitely something we're gonna have to test to make sure it doesn't cause any issues somewhere else or any surprises later on.
Sure. We don't like surprises.
No.
Just barely cleared that bunker there. TGCT Live is saying Chichi Rodriguez is his pick for the Open Championship.
I like it.
That's a good guess. I'm sure you could probably get pretty good odds on at Ladbrokes there with that one. Biggins has to go to a christening on Sunday. Ooh, the wife and I may well fall out. You bring your smartphone and keep the volume down. Yeah, Jim saying Friday's supposed to be very windy. I saw 23 or 28 on Friday and 20, vice versa on Saturday. I think Friday and Saturday is going to be very high winds.
That'd be great. That's like it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and the coverage was saying that it could even be from a direction that's not normal. So Friday or one of those rounds, the wind could be completely into them on the back 9, which would make 17 is just going to be an absolute beast.
Well,
if it's into like a 28 mile an hour wind or something, that'd
be scary there. That hole's one of my favorites, just with the layout and the challenge of it. So,
Alright, tough shot here. Let's see what we could do.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see where that finishes up there. Oh, ooh.
Come on, get in there. There we go.
That was quite lucky. Oh, okay. Got a Preview. Murray says, when can we see a softening of the transition blending between long and short rough, i.e. eliminating the sharp edge lines?
Yeah, that's something.
Oh, beauty. Great shot.
Kind of stuck with just the way the grass is generated on the course. It's sort of set at different. It's not so much set at heights, but just types. So that's why you're seeing the hard line.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to go back and address that at some point. See if we can sort of get rid of the shadow that sort of that appears there. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words, but
that's okay.
Just so it doesn't look like a hard cut or something like that. Maybe something a little more, just a little more blur to make it look like what you would see on a real course.
Mm-hmm.
Or even it could just be a matter of changing the color of what appears there. If we make that more of a green, like a green than the sort of thick black shadow that's there. Sort of would show that it's lots of little blades of grass as opposed to what looks like a void into something. So
okay, golfer.
So yeah, I guess I didn't really say when, but it's it's on the list. And with this alternate surface stuff just about wrapped up, I think that covers most of the major features that we've been missing. There's the water at multiple levels. That's another large issue that's going to take a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'll be able to start looking into some of these smaller things that are like the grass is. I think it looks great, but there is that one glaring error. So now I'll be able to it wasn't really a big enough issue to justify the time or just to put off some of the other missing features that we wanted in there. So
a horrendous bounce there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw you had posted something in the forums about the water, so I know you were looking into that, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's always on the radar for us. Whether it's just something that's going to take a long time to implement, unfortunately. So do we spend all our time on water, or do we do 4 or 5 smaller things that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always the balancing act of
and
the two things.
And with the time that the water would take, for what the end result might not be spectacular, which is we want something that looks great, but with the limitations, we might have to compromise or what we'd like for what we can do. So I sort of just want to keep pushing with what we know can deliver a quality looking product and something that looks great, whether it's like the new measuring tool or just cleaning up some of these little things like the edge of the sand or the just selecting brushes and whatnot. So
Natural Hazards, greetings from Canada, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining us. His Settler says weather.com showing 28 mile an hour winds on Saturday at St. Andrews. Yeah. D-Dog
that'll be fun.
Yeah. D-Dog said Justin Johnson is the new Scott Hoke. Snake bitten, so to speak, I guess.
I don't know if I put enough power to carry all that rough. Oh yeah, it just did.
Golfer dude said, Keith, you need to do your Beat the Designer again. Those were fun to watch. Yeah, I haven't really had time to do those, but who knows? It's always a possibility. Fusion asked, how's the work on extra surfaces going? We kind of touched on that.
It's very close to being finished up. Just a quick recap. So it's just optimizing things basically. So
oh man. That's a tough little spot here. How much do you cut off? Let's try and take it over here. See if I can sneak it into between the bunker and the fairway. I'm gonna need a bounce though. Oh, got it. Fusion Nest, are you thinking about perhaps doing water going up and downhill, or just having it flat at another level? I guess that's the trick, huh?
That's all part of the research that has to be done. our end goal is to have, like, it'd be great to have nice flowing streams and waterfalls and all that fancy stuff, but we're going to be constrained by, what we can do with the engine and consoles and stuff like that too. Like, we're, unfortunately, we're pushing the PS4 and Xbox to the limit now, so we sort of need to go back and optimize stuff just to free up time to, if we wanted to do running water. But definitely, definitely, it's on the list to look into. But we'll, could just be baby steps. Could just be multiple levels, and then you have to sort of build your stream out of what's available, and then from there.
Too much. Yeah, I'm sure.
So
it's I'm sure it's not an easy solution there. Guitar Dude said, "Oh man, use the measuring tool for the first time. Huge help." Yeah, I think it's
I'm glad. That was something I thought we needed in there for a while, and luckily it wasn't too hard to whip up. So.
Oh, nice. Biggins, anyone here actually a fan of St. Andrews as a course? I definitely am. I mean, it's totally different than what we're used to here in the U.S., but I think it's really cool, and I factor everything into it, the history and the championships that have been played there, so I've never actually played it, unfortunately, so I can't give you a review, so to speak, from a personal standpoint, but just from viewing it, I like it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'd like to want to go back there and spend a couple days and get out on the course, but it's different, which is, I think, great. Like, too many courses are the same out there. It's just grass and bunkers and a green or something like that. But they between the shared greens and the bunkers and the rough and stuff like that, looks like it'd be a fun place to play for 5 or 6 holes until you're 20 over par at that point.
Exactly. All right, so we both made birdie there. You're all right, 1 under, and I'm at 1 under here, going to number 7. Oh, I've got a Carnoustie fan. Someone prefers Carnoustie. That's another great course.
Yeah, all in the same area too. It's a good friend of mine actually played Carnoustie a few years ago with his kids. And said I got to put that on the list when I go back. So
yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Biggins not a fan of 1 and 18 at St. Andrews. I don't know. I think it kind of adds to the place. I don't really have a problem with that.
I mean, they're pretty straightforward holes. I mean, there's nothing too tricked up about them. But
no, but there's been people that have made a mess on them.
Yep.
They were just talking about it today. Ian Baker Finch drove one out of bounds left off the first tee.
Oh.
When he was in contention, so I mean that's that's obviously a horrific shot, but you do have the burn to deal with, so
yeah,
it's no gimme. I certainly have seen some amazing drama at 18 as well. I mean, when John Daly won it, Constantino Rockaholigan from the Valley of Sin or down by the Valley. Oh, nice shot there. He hit that absolute bomb to tie John Daly to go to a playoff. I mean,
yeah, no, it has its challenge, and like I think the conditions on the course are definitely huge. Like if you get there on a nice day, it would be, I get that it's pretty simple and straightforward for some good pros. Like if you can keep your shots under control, but I put too much on that chip.
Yeah,
I have myself a nice,
fun little putt there.
Yeah.
All right, so Crazy Canuck 1985 asks, please, can we get all the trees and shrubs to be global? Possibly arrange them as collections, i.e. the Countryside Collection, Boreal collection. That could eliminate endless scrolling. Just a thought.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to free up more trees. Unfortunately, the cost of them. We sort of have all the objects loaded one time, ready to go. When the course creator when you go in the course creator, or when you're playing the course, they're all there, and we just place them all around the course. If we were to do that with the trees, it would, unfortunately, you're looking at 15, 20 trees per theme. It's kind of their memory limits that we're hitting. Mm-hmm. So if we cut that out, then if we add all those in, then we're just going to be blowing through our memory budget, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So we need to find some way for basically to select the trees, what trees you want to use, whether it be little groups of 5 or 10, as something we sort of discussed. Mm-hmm. And then from that, we need to share that out and know which ones to load when we go into the game, when you go into the course. To have knocked that well past the hole.
Yeah, you're gonna be back there by me, it looks like.
Yep. Looks like a skate park with the way that's rolling.
Let's see. So
yeah, I made one. Yeah. So unfortunately, just for the amount of memory that we take, it's not possible just to throw all of them in there right now. We've discussed different options for how we can sort of give the designer more choices, but unfortunately, I just underhit that pot. Yeah, so it'd be a lot of work to switch the system over from what we have now to something that will still work with the old courses, but give you these new options. It's definitely the plan is to hopefully do something like that. But yeah, I can't say for sure.
Sure.
If or when that's going to go in. So
okay.
Yeah.
Golfer dude, Paul, what's your golf handicap in real life?
Horrible swing, drink too much, and I don't learn well. So no, I think right now it's probably floating around a 24. But that was after a year with broken swing last year due to a nice knee injury from playing hockey too much. But I've starting to hit the ball better, and my last few rounds I've been finishing about between 15 and 20 over par for a full. If it was a full 18, we just have a 9 hole is the local course that we have that we get out to after work. So par 35 there, and I've been shooting between 43 and 45 most days now. So. Okay.
So you'll be bringing that down for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so going to number 9 here. I'm at -2, and you've made a couple of bogeys there to fall back to +1.
Yeah, I gotta get it together.
All right. T course, yes. Does Unity have instancing?
Yep. Most of the detail objects that are in the game are actually instanced objects, so it's basically just a way to load one object and show it in multiple places around a world, basically, so you can save memory and whatnot.
I see.
So unfortunately, even with that though, it's the textures and everything like that can be pretty expensive for everything adding up. So it's not a matter of just instancing the trees. We're already doing that. So.
Roy says there was talk about updating the Lynx theme. Is this still in play, or is the new Highlands theme considered Lynx 2.0?
Yeah, the Highland is basically what Lynx 2.0 was. We switched the name to Highlands just so it would be something a little different. We don't want to start putting there's. I think the old Lynx theme still has some appeal to it, especially with some of the other changes we have in mind, some more customizations. So. We didn't want to just sort of say, hey, here's the new version, you never have to go back to this old one.
Right.
So.
Golfer dude, do you think Do you guys think Tom Watson will make the cut? I certainly hope so. I think old Tommy's still got some game in him there. It'd be awesome to see him make it when it's his final. I think it's his final Open championship.
Yeah, he said this is his final, so
yeah,
it'd be good to see. Always good to see them on Sunday, but
also
it comes down to the weather, and he's got to have the most experience playing there, so that'll help. So
true. It is also Ivor Robeson's final Open championship. He won't be announcing the players anymore. That guy's an institution there. I thought I heard 41 years in a row. I love that guy. Never takes a break. He stays at his post the entire time.
That's a long day.
Yes, it is. Let's see what we got here. It's gonna roll it too far. Hopefully it just stays up on top here. Oh no. Oh boy. Nope, there it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Guitar Dude asks, what changes are you making to motivate people to go back to older themes?
I think it's going to be stuff along the lines of just sort of some custom textures for sand and grass, fairways, and whatnot. That's still on the radar. I don't know how that's not necessarily a hey, go here and you can do this kind of deal, but sorry, I'm just trying to line up this putt.
Sure.
Answer the question. I made one of these the other day. I have the replay to prove it.
Nice.
But yeah, oh, I didn't make that. I have to hit it a little harder.
Yeah.
So I think once we get some of the texture swapping in there, that might free up the old themes. Just for the backgrounds or slight little differences there. So maybe like that background, but with this course's greens or fairways or something like that, you can swap that. And
good lord! Stop ball.
Oh,
I'm taking it back to my feet there. That was a horrendous putt. Now, would that be something that's global or specific to the themes that you're referring to when you say?
Oh no, this would definitely be something that goes into the globally. Like we'll be putting the texture, the different various textures in for I like this shade of green for my greens here. So whether that's going to be enough to get people back there, I'm not sure. But if somebody had the old Lynx theme or the rural or something like that. Mm-hmm. But here's a few extra options. They can just change things around and see how it looks. So
sure,
maybe the coloring on the rough was slightly different. That's what they wanted. So
oh man, try not to 4-putt here. Let's see. It's gonna be a tough one. 11-footer. And oh my goodness. Royce had said designers have done some amazing work with the new themes, Spyglass by Yeltzman and Great Keel Island and Delta and Biggins and Taste Highland courses. Are there any new themes in the works?
Yeah, we've got, I think Jim's got a couple ideas he's been playing around with and trying to track down some assets for, so I don't want to rain on his parade right now by mentioning what we've discussed and find out that it's not going to happen, unfortunately. But we're not planning on stopping the release of themes anytime soon. So
nice. We got the train tracks down the side of this hole.
Yeah, the train tracks got on quick. That was
it's amazing.
Yeah. Carry, that was bunkers.
Golfer Dude, this could be a... did you get it? Yeah, you got it. Golfer Dude asks, this could be a dumb question, but is there a way for the designer to add a short description of the course on the course page before playing it?
There's nothing right now, but it is something I've been pushing for, to add descriptions for the course and the hole and everything like that. I think the biggest thing is just the UI changes that need to go in with that. We have to show that on the screen when you're choosing your course, and then while the course is loading or something, or wherever we put it. It'd be more work to do that. Like for me to add that in, it wouldn't take much time. There's a few other constraints too with consoles. We have to make sure that they're properly censored and everything like that. Nobody's cursing or swearing.
Right. That's always
the
issue.
Yeah. So I mean, we have the tools for that. I mean, that happens with the course names and stuff now.
Right. It's gonna go too far.
There's a little bit of work on my end from the designer standpoint to do that, but it would be a lot of work just to update the existing UI for everything to include this and have it look good. And some of the screens are kind of crowded already, but
yeah,
just to figure it out. So
TGCT Live said, I'd love to be able to name my holes. That'd be interesting. Do you like to keep it short, like a tweet, 140 characters?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think once we start, I think from here on out, the phase is sort of the personal touches that you can add to your course. Ooh.
Yeah,
I actually had 3 of those yesterday on the real golf course, unfortunately. But yeah, I think from here on out, I want to sort of focus on what's gonna make your course unique from somebody else. If you're in the Highlands theme and I'm in the Highlands theme, how can we be different? So naming holes, or just different textures or whatnot. I think that's sort of the next phase of evolution for the course designer.
Yeah. Nice birdie there.
Thank you. Good.
Another neat looking hole here. Ginger says he was sure Anthony said he would like a type of Australian theme with the reddish rocks and terrain. That would look pretty cool, I'm sure.
Yep, I don't disagree.
Royce, hole previews would be incredible. Maybe some sort of static info box on the screen while going through the whole flyover.
Yeah, that's that's sort of what I've been pushing for. The flyovers, it looks good, but to get some more control in there, I think it would be great. And info on that, or even if you're playing a tournament or something like that, some more presentation there.
What's up, Twitch caster? Yes, did you guys fix the putting so as to bring back whether the putt is uphill or downhill? Yep, that is there. So it now has the little triangle on the aiming marker. That has been fixed. Daddy 3000, what's up? Would love to see an urban theme or courses within a neighborhood. I think that one has been mentioned before as well.
Yeah, that's something I've been pushing Jim for too. It's just the buildings are kind of expensive on that, and to have them look good. Like we have the hills off in the distance. We can probably get some buildings up on there, but to be like right up to the edge, just for the detail that we needed, we might not be able to do that without severely impacting the amount of props that you can put down yourself. And but it's definitely it's on the radar to look into at some point. So
sure. And when you say expensive, that means in terms of resources and frame rates and things, not money wise, and necessarily.
Exactly. Well,
just clarifying.
It's just designing the buildings is time consuming,
right.
In themselves. Like there's a lot that goes into them. It's not a simple, it's not just a box or something like that. But I mean, they kind of are, but
yeah, I know. I just trying to clarify. I know sometimes we've said expensive before, and people tend to think money wise, but not necessarily.
Sorry,
in those terms. Yeah, just trying to.
Yeah. But yeah, they are also time consuming for Jim to sort of design and set up and have them work properly with the course.
Sure, and I guess in that respect that is a monetary thing. Go in. Holy cats, are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, on top of that, like the it comes up all the time on the forums, people asking for a different type of building, and we'd love to be able to just throw them in, but unfortunately it's something where we're limited with sometimes. But I keep mentioning it that we need some more buildings, so hopefully someday we'll we'll get some. So
D-Dog still wants his Pacific West Coast theme. Yep, that would be cool. Yeah, Jim says I think MS and Sony would have problems with whole names like Piss Sleeve.
yeah,
Yeah, or basically naming the other console, like building it on Xbox and having a hole that said Sony sucks. I'm sure they wouldn't be too appreciative of that.
yeah,
So,
yeah. That'd definitely be
stuff.
some other issues we'd have to look out for. So.
Yeah. Fusionist, are you going to be taking the bragging rights in the office in the HB Open?
No, I've seen my third and fourth round of that. Was
I had actually a really good third round, so I'm hoping.
yeah, I like your chances. Adam's a pretty good player when he's not eating dinner while he plays. So,
okay.
yeah, he's.
Well, I didn't have the lead after the first round, so I think it's going to be quite the competition.
Yeah, and Jim's up there too. So
yeah,
I don't think he's finished his. I think he had his second round in. I haven't looked, but
I didn't see. I looked earlier today. I didn't see his second round posted. So
yeah, I think he played that at lunch, or he's planning to. So
I think he was in the lead to start the through the first round. I think.
Yeah,
this one's really tough.
Yeah, I managed to.
Not sure if this is the way the hole's meant to be played, but I'm
No.
gonna try and kill it in the rough here and have it trickle out into the green. Oh no. Too far. Sit, ball. Don't go out of bounds. Sit. Ooh. Oh! Out of bounds. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Oh, that thing must have gone out by like an inch. Ugh. Arg.
I should have been paying attention to what club you hit.
I hit 3-wood. I hit the 3-wood. Oh, that's going to hurt. Who designed this thing?
Well, I guess I'll lay up and try to take advantage.
There you go. Daddy said, probably been mentioned before, but I'm new to the Twitch and forum. Are there any plans to add other formats of play via multiplayer, such as best ball, scramble, alternate shot? Yes, that is definitely in the works. I know everybody hates to hear that answer, but we don't have a timetable at the moment. But that is the truth.
Yeah, they're definitely on the. It's on the radar. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh. My daughter pulled my controller off my table yesterday and like completely bent where it plugs into the back. I was not a happy camper, so it just pulled out. I was like, why can't I swing? Like, oh, okay, because my controller's not plugged in.
That'll do it, yeah.
Yeah. That's my one pet. I'm just gonna rip it down there by the green. Not hitting 3-wood this time. That's my one pet peeve. Is my stuff. I don't like people touching my stuff because I keep everything in mint condition. I do not like my stuff getting ruined. So
yeah, I have my Xbox 360 controller. Still the first one that I got when I bought it years ago, but I think it's on its last legs, just between one of the buttons sticking and battery pack not holding a charge and all that jazz. So
that was a nice shot there.
Nice.
All right. I got work to do here. Oh, I didn't hit that nearly as hard. Oh, gosh. Well, it's rolling out pretty good, but gonna make a miss here. It just goes to show you a short hole doesn't mean it's easy. Yeah, still me. What am I putting? Oh, man. For 5 here. 16-footer. Oh, big putt to save the bogey there.
Nice.
TGC T Live says, don't touch my drum set. Yes, any of my electronics. Don't touch my stuff. Alright, 2-shot swing there. Nicely done. Nice bird.
Thank you, yeah. Yeah, that laying up seemed to work. I should do that in real life a little more.
Yeah, that is... Course management is the key. When I learned that, that's when my scores definitely started dropping.
You know, I'm pretty sure I can still get it over those trees, though. So. That is a narrow fairway up ahead. Oh, and I hit it to the right. There's a narrow fairway I'm not going to be on.
Yeah, the wind.
Yeah.
It's taking
Yeah.
me out there too. Yeah, this is a tough hole right here. Okay. I'm gonna go a little farther to the left there, and hopefully the wind brings me back. Come on now. Oh man, the wind is not helping me as much as I need it. No, ugh. Took a terrible bounce. We're on opposite
Yeah.
sides here.
Yeah, this was not the hole to miss on either. It's a long one.
I know. Oh yeah, you gotta hit the fairway on this hole to have any
Yeah.
chance. Golfer, dude, you said don't touch your stuff, but can I steal your drum set? No. Oh, I like my drum set. I'm just waiting for Rock Band 4 to come out, and then I will be getting back to that. I don't think I have any hope here. I'm just trying to get it out to the left here. Hopefully avoid. Alright, that'll work. Okay, let's go back to the forum question. Reebdug said, is there any possibility of changing the way bunker edges are done? Two ways in particular. One, the shadow fake lip that's in place seems too deep or too awkward at times. And two, allowing the bunker texture to go into and under water edges would be awesome.
Yeah. Those are, like I said, with the sort of the stuff with the grass. Those are the bunker lip has definitely been on the radar to look at and see what we can do to clean that up and make it look nicer.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the same thing with the sand. That's sort of been on my radar for a while.
Oh.
So they're in the works. Hopefully, it won't be something that takes a long time to do or to get to. Oh, that's rolling back. That shot.
Mm.
This is. So yeah, it's all in the plans. So
Cool.
yeah, I've been wanting to look at the bunker edge for a while, so see what we can do to clean that up. But you know, it's unfortunately with the way the system works, it's tricky to just sort of get sort of make something that's really nice but super complex for creators to deal with. So.
Mm-hmm. Fusion mentioned in the chat, don't forget folks, a new speed golf challenge if you want to give that a bid. It's a fun little diversion if you want to see how quick you can get around and how well you can play. Pretty neat. Right. Almost holed out that third shot, so I'm pretty happy with par there. Alright, going to 14.
You could run a birdie double.
It's consistent.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to take this up. Hopefully the wind will... Oh, man. Oh, I didn't just put it in the bunker. Yep, I did. Oh, you big dummy. Thought the wind would blow me past there. I should have aimed farther left. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I went to the left a little. Oh, it should be good. There we go.
There you go. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I got greedy and tried to keep it as close to the bunker as I could.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Might be all I can do is get out with a sandwich here. I'm afraid to hit the lip.
Yeah, that's a steep bunker.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to make par the hard way. I think on and 4, I don't think I probably still won't be able to reach. T. Corsi says, great about the bunkers. One big visual peeve I have. That's cool.
Oh, the wind
D-dog.
there. Stayed out of the bunker, but
Oh, yeah.
give me a little more on that.
D-Dog says, I would love to see new cuts of grass, one between fringe and fairway, or fringe by itself as a texture, and a cut of grass between the current cuts of rough. Oh, actually can reach.
Yeah, adding more surface in, or anything like that you can design yourself, or even that we sort of generate how the grass goes with the heavy rough into the rough. That's we're sort of hitting the limit that we have for that right now, between the shaders being able to handle that many textures that we have. So basically, there's one shader that runs to determine what the texture on each bit of the surface should be, and that factors in the textures that makes up the normal ground, heavy rough, fairway, bunker, all that stuff is passed into it. So we're with the new alternate surface stuff, we're really starting to push the limit to that. So to add like sort of a third level of rough, I'm not sure how easily we can do that. You know, I think we can play with like the fading in between, but the rough and the heavy rough, or the fairway and the rough. But I don't know if we would be able to sort of like, here's a brand new level of rough that the users can go and place themselves. I think that might be something that we won't be able to do with that.
Gotcha.
You never know what we discover, though. Like, we might be able to free up something or find a better way to do things. So. I have myself a nice.
All right, got a question. Actually, T. Corsi had a question in the forum. Oh, nice putt.
There we go. Thank you.
He had a question in the forums regarding being able to size the items when you do the multi-planting. So, of course, you know, when you go to multi-plant, it all goes to that one smaller size. So he was asking about that.
I saw that. Yeah, it was mostly a limitation on the amount of buttons we have on a controller that mostly determined that. With the... Like, we would need an intermediate stage. Like, I didn't want to bring in a giant... Yeah, there's a couple things too. It's also just sort of the logic by where we randomly place those objects is... it's a bit... Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. Yeah, where we place the objects is based on the size of it as well. So it would require just sort of another pass on that just to check to see what the object has been set to beforehand. And we do have some of the objects do have some differences in them, like the same way that we randomly generate the grass or bushes that are up there. There's minor changes that we have. Just, you know, you don't want to be placing 50 of the objects that are exactly the same, because then it's just going to look really bad. So we do a little size difference and a little rotation on it for each one of those. So whether we might be able to look at sort of basing the size difference off of what you've set it to before you've gone into the multi-select object. That's something I might look at doing at some point, but for now it's probably just going to stay the same way it is. Yeah, I get it. Like some trees and stuff would be nice to make those a little bigger and place down a bunch of them. So. Just pulled what I like to call a Mitchell.
Let's see. Roy said, right now the penalty applied for being in the light rough versus heavy rough is not controllable. Would it be possible to add a slider to basically control the thickness of the rough cuts?
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd have to check with Adam on the physics behind that to see. I know there's... we sort of have some randomness in there based off of where you are, but it doesn't when you're in the rough, just to sort of represent that. But I don't think it's really looks into what's on you, what's actually on the course. It's just sort of you're in the heavy rough area, so here's what's there. Yeah, I'd like to work with sit him down for a bit to see if we can figure out some way to factor in even just where you see some like the rocky bits out the super heavy rough, right? Even maybe lower the penalty on that just because there's no grass getting your way, but so yeah, that's something on the radar. I really want to go through the whole rough and the penalties and stuff like that and see if we can clean that up a little bit, because it's definitely something that sort of I feel like is missing a little bit from or is a little weak in the game. Once you're in the rough, you're just sort of locked into like these ranges, and you're for having like a really nice swing, you're not necessarily rewarded well enough for that, I feel. So, but unfortunately, that side of things isn't really my department, so it's not something I can just fix
Gotcha.
with a couple weeks of my spare time, I have to work with some other people on it. And
Guitar Dude asks, I had an issue with a core size being too big. If I delete objects like trees and carpets, shouldn't the file size get smaller? It didn't work in my case.
I'd have to take a look at the course, really. Basically, each object goes into, like, where we store it. There's a little bit of data that needs to be stored for that. That should go down if you start deleting them, but maybe there's something we're missing there. If he has a course that's been bugging him, just have him PM me on the forums and I'll see what I can...
Okay, I actually have. I think... oh no, that was Guitar Dude that sent me. Never mind. That wasn't Golfer Dude. Oh no, it was Guitar Dude that said that. Yeah, is that Featherwind Guitar Dude? Because you sent me that. I sent it over to Adam to see about... Because he was having trouble publishing it. And
okay, yeah.
I'd send it over to the studio to see if someone would be able to do it. I don't know if the studio would be able to attach it to his account though, so so it would show that he actually built it. I hadn't heard back from them on that.
Yeah, I think we can get it changed. Like, we just change what's on the database in the server. Yeah, I'll try to PM me on the forums to follow up on that tomorrow.
Okay. I could email you the course as well, because I think I still have the file if you wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I can get it from you, or Adam might still have it. So.
Yep. Oh man, this is a tough little shot here.
Yep. I'm
get high
full
enough.
on meltdown mode.
That's what I was afraid of if I didn't hit this perfect. Coming back to my feet. Well, not right to my feet, but coming back down the hill. Okay, let me just do a quick scroll here of screen here. Oh, yeah, a little short on your putt there.
Yeah.
Okay, gosh, this tough putt here. Let's try here, 29-footer up 2 feet. Oh, come on, get over there. Nope, not quite. Let's see. T-Dog had a big question in the forums here. Let's see. I'll try and get through it real quick, but basically talking about the backdrops and how the Highland theme has the one ocean backdrop, but you're never sure. I guess he switched over one of his courses to the Highland, and then it didn't have the backdrop that he was, like, for example, he wanted to build in the distance, the ocean.
Right. Yeah.
Did you see that question?
Yeah, I did.
So is there an easy way to be able to rotate the backdrop or be able to rotate the plot? Or an immediate solution for future designs would be to put a mark on the plot to indicate north.
Yeah, actually getting some sort of coordinate system in there. Like, well, I didn't really want to put an exact direction on things right away. When you're designing, I kind of wanted to leave that up to the designer, just to sort of follow what they want, it not be like, oh, I want this to go north, but it might not be a bad idea just to put an option in there to turn that on and just show you where the cardinal coordinates are, cardinal directions, I should say. Rotating the backdrops is something that me and Jim talked about before too, because I don't know if it was a follow-up to his post or just something Jim noticed the same issue where it was off by a bit, and it would save him the time of rather than him having to do a bunch of different backdrops of with one set of mountains in all 4 directions. That is, rather than having 4 different backdrops, we can just do the one and put the rotation stuff in there. So it is on my list of things to do to knock off, and it shouldn't be to rotate the backdrop. I don't see it being too difficult to do, but taking too long to do. So hopefully it's something I can get in there pretty quick within with a day's work or something like that.
Cool. Yeah,
rotating the plot probably won't happen just because everything that goes down is sort of based on we then have to start rotating every object that you place to match it, and I mean it's not super hard to do, but just the chance of bugs and issues popping up from that, I'd rather avoid that. So
Let's see. Fusion had actually posted in the forums. He said, just so you know, there are two ways in the designer you can find the north. It's true, when you're playing your hole in the designer, it actually gives you the direction of the wind, so you can always figure it out that way.
Yeah, that's true.
And he said the Greg Norman course design on the cursor, if you're facing north, the Greg Norman wording is in the top left and the word course design is in the bottom right. That makes you facing north.
That's true.
And I did try that. I did the little test on it. It's true. I looked at the wind first and picked out a point on my course where I was looking, and then looked at the cursor, and that's exactly right.
Well, there we go. Yeah, we can probably just add maybe even a highlight onto the cursor to show you which way is north.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll talk to my graphic artist about that. If that's the case, that'll be something really quick to go in.
Cool. All right, so we're heading to our final hole here at Royal Balweary. This is by Biggins, so definitely get out and give this one a play with the Open Championship starting tomorrow. He's got 4 different versions for you each day, so play it while you're watching the event. It'd be awesome.
I think I'm looking to shoot 10 under on this hole to get the score back down to even.
Oh, don't go through. I'm going to be right on the edge. I don't know if I'm fairway or rough.
I just caught the edge. Right behind you.
I'm watching you come in there. Yep. T-Core said, any way to connect Xbox Live Cloud Storage with PC? Thinking of buying PC version to design on PC but play on console.
I don't know, to be honest. That's not my neck of the woods with the storage and Xbox Live stuff. So
yeah, at this point, I don't think there is. I don't know what will change with Windows 10 and how it's going to be connected with the Xbox, because there is going to be an Xbox integration with that. So
yeah, hopefully that'll open up a bunch more things that we can do. But I can't say for sure.
Yeah, but as of right now, I originally had the Xbox and then I built this PC when I started. So, but yeah, there's no way to really connect the two with course design. Either build it on one or the other, and you have to publish it on one or the other. You can't switch it back and forth. Somebody deducts maybe a slider to rotate the background. I said rotate the background on a slider would be sweet.
Slider might not work. It would have to be something with just a few options. It's not, the plot's square, so, and the background is sort of just there, but with a square cut out of the middle of it to match where the main plot that you edit goes on. So if you rotate it 20, if we opened up all 360 degrees to set it to, that would be, you just see a big hole in your core, the course at the edge there, unfortunately. So, but like we say, if we get some rotations in there, we might be able to work out something where we can get all 4 directions easily, and maybe like a midpoint in between them. So,
all right, so that was Royal Balweary, the Open Championship. That's the Thursday edition. Like I said, he's got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so definitely go out and give him a play. Quite challenging, and just that's an amazing design by Biggins there. He did a great job with that one.
Yeah, that was a fantastic course. It looked great. I'll have to get out there and try the other days. Yeah,
for sure. All right, I think that Zarly had a question in the forums, but I think it was more about controller issue, not. It's not really related to the GNCD, so I don't think you'd be able to get that one. Guys, if you haven't hit that follow button, if you're new to the chat, definitely do that. We really appreciate that. That'll give you a message when we go live on the streams. I do the play days, which I'm going to add in the PS4 play day this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. So you'll get that. Try and do some of the tournaments we play. I've been streaming, and always, of course, the Wednesday live stream. So hit that button. That'd be awesome. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. So we're done. That was a good round there. That was fun. I like that course.
Yeah, that was a good time. So
yeah, well, thanks for joining me today.
No problem. Thanks
And
for having me.
yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday with another Q&A. I don't know. We'll figure out who we're going to have on there. So thanks everybody for joining in, and we'll talk to you soon.